Hey guys, VGManiac456 here, and welcome to a hopefully final recording of my Pokemon 6th generation opinions and impressions when I first saw it. So, first off, let's go ahead and get down to business by discussing the title names, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Yeah, kind of weird names, needless to say. I mean, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I think this is like the first Pokemon game to actually use letters, and I actually looked it up. These are actually the first Pokemon games to actually not use version in the English names. Like Pokemon X version and Pokemon Y version, they don't say that, it's just Pokemon X and Y. Kind of weird, actually. I didn't realize that when I watched the trailers. But, yeah, the trailers was not very long, but it was a worldwide announcement. The games will be out worldwide on October 2013 on 3DS systems, so be sure to look forward to that if you have a 3DS system. If you don't, then you might want to get one if you're a fan of Pokemon. If you're not a fan of Pokemon, then too bad, then you're missing out. But, yeah. I think there's another thing I need to mention, and that's the whole affair of the aspect that this is going to be a 3D adventure. In truth, this is not going to be a 3D adventure. It's a game that's 3D graphics, but it uses the same gameplay engine. Like, it uses the same kind of gameplay. Like, it uses square to square. Sort of like the original Pokemon games, where you just can go from one direction to another, like a square. I mean, it follows the same kind of gameplay structure, but it uses a different graphic structure, so as a result it looks different, but it plays the same, which is good because frankly I enjoy that. And also the graphics look fantastic. Don't let your trailers deceive you, because generally the 3DS graphics are expanded so it doesn't really look all that good, and it's a good thing it says that the trailer does not represent the final game or whatever. And you still have a male and a female trainer that you can play as, so that's also good news. And I think that's about all there is to it. I mean, oh yeah, there is one thing else I need to mention. You can still carry 6 Pokemon. We don't know the move pools of any of the new Pokemon, but we know that there's supposed to be loads of new Pokemon. Like, loads of new Pokemon. And I'm hoping that some of those new Pokemon are actually Evos from previous Pokemon. One can hope. And also, another thing is that the battles look fantastic, actually. I mean, 3D modeling. This is actually a big upgrade from what we had in particular. Like, I'm used to sprites, but frankly, now that I've seen the 3D model gameplay for battles, I can't get adjusted to the sprites anymore. I am telling you the truth. I need to upload all those Wi-Fi battles I had not uploaded yet. So, yeah. As a result, I think the graphics look fantastic, so looking forward to that. We just don't know the story at all. We don't know if there's a team organization trying to capture any Pokemon or anything of the sort. We only know the titles, 5 Pokemon, and some gameplay. That's all we know. So what are the 5 new Pokemon? Oh wait, there is actually one other thing that I forgot to mention. In the trailer, they showed some pre-generation Pokemon on there, like ones from 1st gen, 4th gen, 3rd gen, and 5th gen. I don't remember there being one for 2nd gen, but I could be wrong about that. But I primarily remember seeing them, and they were all 3D models, and they each had their own facial expressions, and each had a different move animation. So it was actually pretty cool looking, I suppose. I mean, that's actually nice to know that each one has its own animation and move, animation and such. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. They'll probably just repeat the modeling, but hey, it also kind of makes me wonder how they're going to do the shiny Pokemon. I guess they're just going to alternate the color, but that should be interesting to see for the first time ever, to see a shiny Pokemon on a mainstream game in 3D. So what do we know in terms of Pokemon that are announced? Sorry, I've been talking quite a bit, so well, first off, let's discuss about the starters that we know. First off, we have Chespin, the grass starter. That obviously, well, not obviously, but in my opinion, I think it's my least favorite. Yeah, my least favorite starter. I'm sorry my throat is going off. I mean, I haven't talking and talking and talking. I've been having failed attempts, so my throat is all gunky. I gotta finish this as fast as I can. Okay. Chespin, in my opinion, is my least favorite not legendary, starter. It's a grass starter. In my opinion, I think it could be a grass rock, grass ground, or purely grass by the time it fully evolves. And in my opinion, I think it might look like a tree by the time it fully evolves as well. I think it could be pretty slow, but it might have some decent physical attack power. I really think so. I really think it might have some decent physical power. In addition to that, I really also think that it might have some defense to go with it. I don't know, but frankly, I think it might be the slowest starter out of the bunch. It just seems like it. And before it's the fastest. Oh boy, that would fail totally, but it would be funny if I got that right. So yeah, Chespin seems like a pretty decent one. I have a feeling that its shiny might have pink leaves. I just have that feeling. I could just image that pink leaves. Can't you? Next off, we have another Pokemon, the Fire Starter. It is actually pronounced in a way that I cannot pronounce it very well. It's Fennekin. You tell me how to pronounce it. It's Fennekin. I like this Pokemon actually. I like Zorua, and I like the Vulpix, and I like this one as well. It might be the first starter I use when I first get the game, because, you know, it looks cool, and I think its evos might be good, though I can only imagine it to be just pure fire. I can't imagine it to be anything else. But, yeah, I can't pronounce its English name for the life of me, so I'm just gonna have to say it's the Fire Starter, or just the Firefox or something. Maybe I should just say Firex, because frankly, I cannot actually, pronounce the name for the life of me, so I'm just probably gonna just call it Firex until I can actually pronounce its name, or figure out how you're supposed to pronounce its name. But, yeah, in terms of stats, I can see it to be speedy and high in special attack, but probably pretty low on defenses and HP. But, yeah, I can see it to be that, and the shiny blue, maybe, because generally a lot of the fire types generally have a blue to it. I'll be a little bit surprised if it's not blue. Needless to say, I mean, it looks like it could be used for blue. Maybe green fire, purple fire even. Ooh, purple fire, that would actually look cool. Regardless, though, I'll probably use this. Next off, we have Froakie. I'm just gonna call it Froxy, because the German name, because frankly that's the one that I can pronounce with. It's ironic that the fact that I can't. The one that I don't like, it's the one that I can. It's the one that I can pronounce. I mean, seriously, the ones that I do like, I can't pronounce. But the one that I can't like, I pronounce fine, because it's obvious. I mean, regardless, though, Froxy is a frog Pokemon, and as much as I like frogs, I do actually like this Pokemon. It could be a frog. It could be a water poison type, in my opinion. I mean, I can see it to be a water poison type, and yeah, I'm really anticipating it to be a water poison type, needless to say. Shiny, just a lighter blue, I suppose. That's all I can see it to be. Maybe purple. Or a darker blue. One or the other. Regardless, so it might be the starter that I might choose. It's torn apart it's between fire and water, in my opinion. I'm not choosing grass. So yeah, I'm not choosing grass at all. So that's the starters. In my opinion, they are very good. I think they're pretty cool, even though I don't really care much for Chespin. I'm pretty sure several people are liking it. I just don't care much for it at all. But, as for the legendaries, we do know them, but we don't know their names. So I'm just gonna call them Legendary X and Legendary Y. Legendary X looks like a combo of the Swordsman, Stantler, and whatever the... Oh yeah, Sawsbuck. That's what its name was, Sawsbucks. Okay. Deerling's Evo. It kind of reminds me a lot of those because of the design. I don't know how many people are actually liking the design of this thing, though. Personally, I like it. But I don't know how many pictures I'm going to find that are cool looking. Because, I'm probably going to find a lot of them that looks embarrassing. But I really like Legendary X. I really do. It looks like a very cool Pokemon. I can see it being a Psychic type. And it really looks cool. I really am looking forward to seeing how it works. How it plays out. And yeah, I really can't wait to use it. But I don't know if I'll get Pokemon X. It might be Pokemon Y, because Pokemon Y has Legendary Y, which is a legendary bird Pokemon, which I think could be a dark type, or dark flying type rather. I really am anticipating that because it looks very vicious. It looks like a dark flying type in general, and frankly, I can anticipate it to being like that. Because, I don't know. In terms of base stats or, shinies, I don't know what they could be like because I don't know. Maybe the Legendary X could be like green, I guess, and the Legendary Y could be black, maybe. Who knows? Both of them could be actually pretty cool looking. And that's if they're going to continue on with shinies. I mean, I'm assuming they are, but I think the legendaries look very cool. I'm pretty sure a lot of people like Legendary Y over Legendary X. I like both of them, actually. Very identical to, say, Fitchin, when I said that I like both Reshiram and Zekrom. Which, by the way, I still do. I like both of them. And I also like Kyurem, by the way. I do like Kyurem, even before I actually got Black 2 and Y2. I mean, before they were even announced. I actually did like them. Like him. It kind of grew on me. But, regardless, though, in addition to that, there was also the common Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire remakes for the 3DS, or in my case, as I said before, in a previous recording that I'm never going to upload, because honestly, it was a stupid recording, and I'm probably going to delete it anyways. Essentially, I was just going to say it's going to also may appear on the regular DS, so it was, but that never happened either, and I'm pretty sure people who saw 6th Gen was very disappointed that Ruby and Sapphire remix was not going to happen again. I mean, I'm not disappointed. I mean, I don't really see the point, because in 5th Gen, we had a lot of 3rd Gen in Pokemon. In addition to that, by the time we got done with 4th Gen, with Platinum and Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we also had plenty of 4th Gen Pokemon, so, 3rd Gen Pokemon, so I don't really see the big complaint here, other than the fact that 3rd Gen was a cool game, but we still have to wait for a bit for a 3rd Gen remake, if that ever happens, which I'm highly doubting it's ever going to happen. It really seems like it's not going to happen, because Game Freak puts a lot of 3rd Gen Pokemon in there, so I really don't think they're going to do that ever. Maybe they will for 6th generation. It's beyond my knowledge, but it could happen. Let me see, what else? And in addition to that, I really think that I'm hoping to find more information on that. Like, I'm really hoping to continue on with this 6th generation Pokemon opinions deal. Because, it's actually, I really hoped to actually continue that with 5th Gen, but I never did get around with that. I really canned it by part 9 on that. I'm really hoping I won't do that in this one. I'm hoping to make it at least by the time the first game, X and Y, gets released. And mention my opinions on that, and maybe that will be the final part, but who knows. Anything can happen in life. So, yeah. I think that's all there is to it. Because, quite frankly, I'm looking forward to 6th generation. Don't know what version I'm going to get yet. Look forward to seeing more of these kind of vids, because I'm probably going to do these more in the future. And hopefully not hitting the mic so much. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. And yeah, like I said, I'll be seeing you guys next time. hopefully you enjoyed. And there's actually one question I must ask you. What do you think about 6th generation so far? Like, what's your impressions at this time? Like, well, what's your first impressions on it? I am curious about that. That was actually what I was going to ask you guys originally on my previous recordings, but I kept forgetting to ask, but now I asked. So, what do you think about 6th generation? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you wish that they just did a Ruby and Sapphire remake? Do you just hope that this game is better than 5th generation like I do? Because in my opinion, I hope it's better than 5th generation, and I am getting very good impressions on it, even though that's what I did in 5th generation, but personally, I think this looks a lot better than what 5th generation was. It looks like they might put a lot more effort. Now, I don't know how long the story is, but hopefully it's longer than 5th generation, because 5th generation wasn't very long. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next time when I'll do another one of these when a new update comes around. Probably next month. You know, Koro. So yeah. Maybe there'll be one later on this month. I don't know. Who knows? There might be. So I'll see you all next time. Later.